Hey guys, what is up, and welcome each and every one of you to a new Tesla update video. So let's talk about Tesla and see what we can kind of figure out from here, right? This is of course the last day of the week. Next week a fresh week, pretty much a fresh month actually too. After Monday, I think Monday is the last day of October. Of course Halloween, and then Tuesday is a fresh month of November. So all that being said and done, guys, Tesla up today 1.51%, closing the day out at just pretty close to $230. But compared to the QQQ, for instance, up 3%, and SPY up about 2.5%, Tesla technically underperforming, even though it did start extremely low. I think it was down about 3 to 4% down here, and we pretty much rallied from a complete, just an utter buyer control with a beautiful looking hammer candle. Now unfortunately the hammer candle is not at this is the kind of candle you want to see down here. Up here is fine. It makes it a little bit more neutral in my opinion. It's good. It's a good candle, but it's not as bullish to me as if it happens like somewhere like down here. This is like a true reversal signal, but this is still pretty good. It's still pretty good, right? So let's talk about everything, right? So essentially today what happened was we pretty much plummeted down right at open, or at least pretty much at open, right down to this level over here, which I talked about yesterday. Went to 216, right? I talked about 218 being the major level. I went all the way as low as 216. I did buy on my smaller account. Remember I told you guys I sold the other day at I think like pretty much at this level actually, right here where we closed. I sold pretty much exactly at this level actually, like 2 days ago or something. And then I said how I'm looking to buy back if we drop down to this level. And I said yesterday how I personally think we might get a drop down to around 218. That's exactly what we got, right? We went to 216. Beautiful bounce off of it, exactly how you want to see it. And then we pretty much rallied the rest of the day, creating a pretty sexy looking candle, right? So that's, very, very bullish stuff. Very good. That's exactly what I like to see. Pretty much bounce right off of the 5 and the 10, still closing above that, maintaining a several day closure above those two bad boys, which is a great sign as well. On top of that, you can also see we are, of course, still underneath the 21 EMA. This is, like, in my opinion, the next level to break. If we can break above this as well, then, man, things are looking great. On top of that, of course, we have the white line of the Bollinger Band, which I think we are going to start continuing rallying above it. Probably go up to the green line, which isn't really that much higher, 245. Definitely expect us to get it to at least probably the green line at this point, in all honesty. I'll be surprised if we don't. But, of course, the 50 and the 200 are still well above us, rather not worth even. Actually, the 50 is kind of worth talking about because I personally think the 50 is the best case scenario right now for us to get up to and most likely get rejected. So around the 50 and around this gap fill at 264, right? So that's, to me, is like the best case scenario. I would be surprised if we go much higher than that. It is technically possible, but this to me is the realistic best case scenario, and the realistic scenario is most likely coming up to somewhere around the 250 level, retesting this kind of yellowish line that I talked about several times, which I still think we probably will get, right? That's kind of my main price target right now, give or take, around 250. But looking at all the other indicators, the RSI is just pointing straight up, right? Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know how to really explain this, but essentially it's like peeking its head out again as usual, right? Constantly making higher highs, which is quite good, right? You can see compared to when we closed all the way even up here and everything like that. Even up here, like we're so higher than this area in the RSI back when we closed candles like all the way up here. Great sign. Overall, great sign. Looking very bullish on the RSI, which to me tells me that for the daily at least, which means for the next potential foreseeable future, like for the next couple of weeks at least, I would say. I mean, it looks like the trend is reversing to the bullish side. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research, make your own decisions. I want to make that very, very clear. I'll make sure that my camera's on the right spot. It is, but it does seem bullish. It does seem the reversal is here, so that's a great sign for Tesla, right? Tesla is looking very, very good here. Even the indices are looking pretty good. It is looking like the indices are starting to lose a little bit of steam, but definitely not yet. Definitely still has it looks like it has steam above, right? The 50 moving average, we're above that now, and it closed above that on the indices like the SPY, which is great. QQQ, of course, lagging, not looking anywhere near as bullish, but nonetheless, right, that's something else to consider, of course. The VIX just completely plummeting and crashing down. Expecting a bit of a bounce for the VIX sometime soon, but nothing crazy. But ultimately, it does seem like we are in a bear market rally right now, and I am all for it because I am well positioned for it, so I'm very happy about that. And yeah, I personally just think that this is going to be, it's looking good. It's looking bullish. I'm not bearish almost at all right now, at least for now. That might change, of course. I will explain it and tell you guys if it ever does. But as of right now, I'm bullish. Another thing to consider is the fact that after this massive drop, this is the first candle we ended up closing above this overall kind of 225-ish level, right? Several times we tried going above it, and each time, like here, we kept trying to go above it, and this is the only candle that we actually closed well above this 225 level. This one was kind of close, but this is the only one that's a bullish closure, and also right above this whole kind of congestion area over here, which is great, right? So that's another pretty bullish sign as well. Taking a quick look at the weekly, you can see overall definitely buying pressure completely coming out ahead for this week compared to the selling pressure. And all in all, it's looking good. Now, again, as the weekly comes up to one of these levels, you're probably going to see it come up to this, kind of median line, if you will, over here, which, is to be expected. That's where things might get a little bit, interesting. We'll see, of course. But on the daily, you can see we are well above that median line, which is also a great sign. So overall, guys, I'm feeling bullish. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like, we're in for a bit of a rally. It might be a pretty explosive one. You never know. We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, I'm feeling good, guys. I'm chilling. I'm not, I'm not very bearish at all right now. I'm still a little cautious, but I'm definitely a lot more bullish than bearish. I'm like 80% bullish, 20% bearish right now. So if that changes, I'll let you guys know. Similar to how I said yesterday, after that close, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of a drawback based on, of course, the divergences, not divergences, sorry, the Fibonacci, which we did talk about. Exactly that happened. And now I think we completely get a nice looking, beautiful rally all the way up to one of these levels, right? At least 244 to 254. At least I would say somewhere one of these two levels will definitely touch. And again, as high as maybe even almost at 270, which will be this gap fill. So that's my current price targets, guys. Let me know what you think down below. It's looking good. It's looking bullish. And I'll see you guys for next week. So have a great weekend and a good Halloween. Peace.